We've got this interesting footage which is playing out behind me at this stage. I love Pelosi. The US and Taiwan are brothers, and so you've got all of this taking place right now. We'll try and, I've got flight radar on my phone. It shows that she's actually flying east of Taiwan right now, and it says arriving in 31 minutes, perhaps less than that, because she's now directly east of Taiwan. And so, the challenging part of that flight, which I was talking about earlier on, isn't quite there. It really does need to be seen. And this is the building that you were talking about, one of the tallest. It was the tallest in the world. Thank you, and TW of Thailand. I beg your pardon, Taiwan. I beg your pardon once again, loves the United States. This is the celebration that you're actually seeing over there. So that's what the situation presently is in. But as we see this, let's not forget that this is an incredible indicator of the defiance of Nancy Pelosi. She had a choice herself where she didn't necessarily have to go. The US administration told her there are risks. You don't need to go. She says, no, nothing doing. I am going to go. This was a woman who was in Tiananmen Square way back in 1988. She had placards up against the Chinese. This is somebody who has spoken out against the hostilities or the situation, human rights violations of Uyghur tribals in China as well. So there's no love lost between Beijing and Nancy Pelosi, and the fact that she's gone ahead is something which will irk China greatly. China feels that her presence in Taiwan means that its one China policy isn't quite where they would like it to be. It sort of adds to the sense that Taiwan is independent. That's something which they completely don't want to show or admit. These images are from Taipei International Airport. Taipei is located right to the north of Taiwan, so she's already flying adjacent as we speak right now to Taiwan, and she should be there in the flight radar 24 says 29 minutes is when she should actually be there. So that's the latest that I'm actually picking up at this stage. Nidhi, just a handful of images of people over there celebrating, saying I love Pelosi, the US Taiwan brothers, etc., etc.
Right. So as we see these, dramatic pictures of local people coming, to welcome Nancy Pelosi, and Vishnu, we were also talking about the fact that the Chinese clearly are not taking to this kindly at all. And there must be a considerable degree of concern about what China may do in a sense to punish Taiwan. There have been a lot of military drills as well that the Chinese have been doing over the past few days, haven't they?
Let's try and play out some of that footage, because there are 2 or 3 sets of footage which is important, because in as much as we see this act of defiance from Taiwan, the Chinese are not taking this lightly at all. There have been armored personnel carriers and tanks and other military vehicles which have been moving in the Fujian district. In fact, we've got these images up on the screen over here. This was earlier on today. A large number, dozens of military vehicles which were in the Fujian district moving to the Fujian port, presumably. But again, this is not an indicator of an imminent attack by any means. I think if there was to be an attack on Taiwan, the preparedness would be, and the signs of that, would be for a longer period of time.
Vishnu, I'm just going to interrupt you very quickly.